Please listen, all of you. No more break from the academic work. So let us start the work. Okay. Multinational corporations, MNC. You are all familiar. Through the products, they operate on different nations across the globe. Different nations at different economic level. That is, developed nations, developing nations, and poor nations. You got different levels of the economy. They operate at all places. Okay. In general, they are from Europe, America, or G7 nations, Japan. Now, recently, South Korea. There are countries. Basically, they operate from different nations to expand their market first. Basic reason is that they want to make money at global level. Global market they want to catch. And there are political leaders who do not allow these people just to exploit. They want their nations to be developed. In that case, they have to establish subsidiaries, develop human resources, provide opportunities, and spend on development of nation and their corporate social responsibility. So depending upon the political pressure, they contribute to the nations which allow them. But to be frank, their motive is only to make money. Only when they are compelled, they do good things to others. So it depends upon the politicians and officials, IAS officers. Only when they insist on development of the nation's economy and the citizens, these companies develop. But the technology enters the nation. The products are made available. So standard of living increases. That is it. Another, they pay taxes. Government gets revenue. So these are the basic advantages which even MNCs cannot hold it. But my observation is most of the MNCs are not honest. They only try to take it because they are basically business persons. They try to do business and all. This is because right from childhood, these business people are not taught this one. The zeros after 1 million, billion, trillion, they are of no value. Only the environment and the development of the human beings and what are the good deeds we do, that is real wealth. Only when they realize that they will do it. But however, multinational companies are there and they bring in efficiency. They operate at a higher level. The style of functioning, the management instruments, the way in which they run the company, our natives learn from it. Because all along, we have been doing traditional activities and traditional businesses. We are exposed to modern practices. Like Britishers who have integrated us and who have done so much things for us, these multinationals also bring work culture. And they introduce new governance, corporate governance, stock ownership, annual general meeting, board of directors, then passing of resolutions, all that. They practice. And one thing I can appreciate, they reward shareholders. That is, I have to honestly appreciate them because the debt investors investing money and sitting idle at home, they have reaped a lot of benefit from multinational companies. Imperial Tobacco Company, ITC, they has given immense benefit to shareholders. Procter and Gamble, Hindustan Lever, and there are others. companies operating here right from independence or even before that, more than 100 years. They are making fast moving consumer goods, FMCG. And they introduce the citizens to these toilet items, soaps, shampoos, then these toothpastes. So the lifestyle, availability, employment opportunity, then skill development, introduction to modern practices, all that. And the employees are really efficient. They will promote and transfer to various missions. So there are benefits for employees, the nation, economy and technology. They are bringing in manufacturing industries. To certain extent, they do R&D, but your textbook he has given, I don't know why author has given that. They don't do it. Research and development, to my knowledge, they are not done much here. They will manufacture, they will sell. Manufacturing and marketing, they will be doing it. When they do not have human resources in their host nation, then they will do it. For example, pharma industry. Pharma scientists are available here. Similarly, software engineers. So when the human resources are not available in their nations, then they may establish research and development organizations or R&D laboratories. But they do a wonderful job in manufacturing and marketing. In fact, marketing, we can learn from them. Management theory, marketing theory, finance theory, statistical approach, and operation research approach, etc. Modern management practices. We can learn from them, definitely. And when I was a school student, they were having advertisement reels before the movie in early 70, that is 64, 66, 1964, 66, etc. They used to have movies with color, because those days we have only black and white movies. So what we kids used to tell, don't be late for the movie, don't miss the advertisement reels. These are only 2 or 3 reels, maximum 10 reels, some 4 or 5 companies. But they are made with visual communication principle and then the good concept. They are reaching the audience through the marketing techniques and the advertisement techniques. So our people learned how to market, how to make advertisements. See, they catch football players, basketball players, baseball players, pop singers, and popularize that product in North America, South America, Europe. The pop singers are famous, football players. When they come to India, they catch all the cricketers and film actors. Because here Indians are more after film personalities and sports personalities, film cricketers. You can see that. So the importance, the population gives to whom? The celebrities, that they are able to do. So they manage the company very well, others can learn from that. Technology, latest products and latest machines, latest manufacturing techniques, they bring it. Even the network and computers, etc., supercomputers and computers are high capacity, they will bring it. So we are introduced, the population is introduced. See, up to 90, in 70s, there were local subsidiaries. They will call India Limited. They will add that. Once they add India Limited means it is the Indian branch of multinational. Now we have the companies operating directly, we allow it. After liberalization. Before liberalization it was not allowed. They should have it. Now, we allow these players to bring in products and sell the products to citizens, and the citizens get benefited because latest products they get. Employees get employment opportunity, higher salary, and more promotional avenues, less politics. Here we have caste politics, politics based on religion, region, etc. But multinational companies, they go with performance. So the really performing employee will be recognized and promoted, given opportunities, given challenges. So these are the positive side. The negative side, they make money, they take it home, they don't spend it. One. Another, whenever opportunity is there, they don't pay taxes, and they don't take anti-pollution measures, and they dump waste here, all that they do. Syllabus says, MNC, multinational, operating, rich nations, poor nations, developing, all the levels. And different activities. One nation manufacturing, one nation, normally Singapore they take it for marketing. And Vietnam, Cambodia, poor nations, Bangladesh, they go for manufacturing, like that. And India, as a market, they sell the products. Then, multinational management, board of management, they will allow directors from these nations. They don't restrict them. See, today, the Indian is the Prime Minister of England, correct? He was earlier finance minister. He managed the economy better during Corona, so he is rewarded. But can you ever imagine here in our country promoting a foreigner as a Prime Minister? And they do it. They recognize merit and then reward. So that way, they take it to the board of management, directors, presidents, stock ownership. That I already told you. Lot of people in India have benefited because of the shares, bonus shares, dividends, then appreciation of share value. They don't loot it. See, Indian companies, particularly Reliance, they loot the money. They will charge high premium. Unfortunately, the finance ministers here, whether it is Pachidamaram or Manmohan Singh or Urmo, Congress people known for balanced vote, even they are the shareholders, and BJP notorious. So these people don't protect the benefits of shareholders. Our nation, our finance minister, our bureaucrats, our prime minister have never protected the shareholders. But in spite of that, these multinational companies have amply rewarded shareholders. So stock ownership, whoever wants to buy the share, either in your own currency or in dollars you can buy. They allow you to buy the ownership in dollars as well as in your currency. Then the benefits for MNC: land, labor, water, all resources available plenty, cheaper, in local currency, much less cost. Then availability of raw material, particularly for Japan, they don't have anything. They get material from one country, make it in another country, market in another country, like that they do. Office alone they have it in Japan, like that they do. So you get the materials, then funds also. Arab countries, plenty of money is there. You can even get borrow funds, cheap funds are available. Tax relief is given. You go to United States, taxes are higher. In poor nations, tax is less. So tax subsidy you can get. Stand up. Stand up. Market. That is a basic requirement. They will develop the market. They will introduce free of cost. They will make you to get accustomed. Then you will buy. That's what they do. Then, for government, citizens get employment at various levels. clerks, operators, engineers, managers, marketing people, so various functions, HR, they learn and they qualify themselves higher. They go to higher level. So employment and growth, professional growth is also. Then technology and economic. Naturally, latest technology bringing. An economy of the nation because products are available, taxes are paid, government is getting revenue, and traders, wholesalers, retailers, they get opportunity. So economy, growth is there. Wealth sharing, as I mentioned earlier, they allow ownership, stock ownership, and they share. Yes. Sit down. Then the rights they have to operate. The 10 rights it is mentioned, the multinational companies have to follow. Freedom of physical movement. That is, you should not restrict the employee. You should stay here only. You should not go to your home. You should not go to your native place. You should not keep them as captives. So that you should make them to come, report in time, work for the duration, and then you should not keep them as captives. Then, property ownership. You allow them to buy properties, but in property ownership it is to be given by government. They have to allow people to buy shares, so that they allow. Then, freedom from torture. Physical torture, mental torture. Normally, Europeans, Americans, they don't do it. Our people do it. See, in fact, our managers, and particularly there are sets of people here, they try to exploit others, harass, that they do. But in general, multinational companies, they don't torture people. But one kind of torture is there based on skin color that they do. That's not problem. Then, fair trial. It is whenever inquiry is conducted, you should have the inquiry done properly by constituting committee, by giving time for these people to prepare documents and represent properly, hear, record, all that they should do. Then, discrimination. Discrimination based on appearance, based on qualification, and above all based on skin color. I do not know why they are not given up. Even today, they feel that white skin is a better skin. In fact, dermatologically, white skin is the worst skin. They do not have skin resistance against skin diseases. That is why they take very long sun bath, but they feel that their color is superior. See, by skin color alone, you should not feel that you are superior other than something. But still they have the apartheid that they have. That is why our Indians prefer Malaysian airlines, not European or American airlines, because the air hostesses will not treat you properly. Even though Brahmins are there, better skin color, but our skin is not white. It is either brown or yellow. So they don't respect this skin color. You are paying for the airlines. They are paid out of the charges you pay. In spite of that, these Britishers and Americans, Europeans, they don't treat Indians properly. So these people do. Even today, in spite of being educated, well employed, and affluent enough to pay for these high fare services, they are not respected. So that difference is there, it shall not be. Otherwise, based on minority religion, sex, other factors, you should not put people into disadvantage. Physical security. Physical security is protection against illness, damages, accidents, death, etc. But if you ask me whether they are doing it, honestly speaking, there are occasions they take risk, but overall they are doing it. But it is for the government, inspector of factories, they should insist. But they pollute the environment. But employees, to a certain extent, they do it. I don't think that they follow the security properly. Then, freedom of speech and association. Freedom of speech. Normally, Our Indian elders, they don't like it. In general, managers, they do not want people to ask questions. So freedom of speech is there on paper, but however, they cannot be punished for it. So that extent freedom of speech is there. Suppose somebody is making open command, you cannot punish him officially. Unofficially, you can discriminate on that. But officially, freedom of speech is there. Another, association, they can form union. So that is there. Yes? Law permits that. People can go to civil court and don't restrict that. They allow people to form associations. But they will make them to form different association, rivalry, they will create, they try to manage. But employees are permitted to form trade unions and associations. Then, minimal education. They should allow people to get educated, and to a certain extent they have to educate people, train them, training and development they have to do. To a required extent they do. I don't say that they do it maximum, but they do it. Then, political participation. Should allow people to participate in democratic process. Should give paid leave on election day so that these people can go and cast votes. So that is a minimum political participation. But in general, bosses will not like employees to join political parties, get influence, because politicians and bureaucrats always put businessmen in difficulty. So business person do not like the employees to become close to politicians. So the rest is the political participation. But voting they should allow. Then, subsistence. Subsistence is required salary to maintain a decent living. That they should. We should not exploit. In general, multinational companies pay good salary. There is no complaint on this. Only the Arabs and mostly Muslim nations, they only do this. Promise some higher salary, take them, give less salary, get more work, etc. That these people don't do. So subsistence they have to allow people to get decent salary so they can have everything they need. That is food, clothing, shelter, medical care, all that they should be able to spend. And development of children, development of family, all that. And multinational companies, they give you interest-free loan, they allow you to develop. Once they are happy with your performance, they definitely allow you to do it. So that I don't say that they are not doing any harm in that aspect. Okay? Check.